going on, guys? So today I want to do a video that is something that a lot of people have asked us about in the past. We got a lot of questions about it, but maybe not directly for a video. I think it's a great time for it. We're right in the middle of this coronavirus stuff that's going on, and I know we're kind of all stuck at home, so I want to make sure we're trying to bring you guys as much content as we possibly can. It's a video essentially just how we pack for a waterfowl trip. I can't tell you exactly how Joey packs because it's just scary. I think he takes the garbage bag approach most of the time where, like the night before, it's just an absolute dump of anything he could possibly need. I take a little bit more of a prepared approach, so we're going to show you that today, how I actually pack for a trip. I'll take you through a couple runs, whether it's a trip that you're flying for or a trip that you're just driving to, and we'll go from there. This is my vicious attack dog Finn. I promise you he's a hell of a retriever. You can trust me on that one. So we're gonna head out here into our, my space. So the first thing I like to do is gather up all of the little stuff that I'm going to be bringing with me. And so typically, you're going to be carrying all that little stuff like your calls, your earplugs, anything like snacks, whatever in your blind bag. My main blind bag is my Rig'em Right. It's honestly the perfect bag. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just, in general, it works best for me. But the problem with it is it doesn't really collapse down very good. So it's kind of a difficult bag if you're super cramped for space, especially for like a flight, to get with you. So this here, my first ever blind bag, other than just, whatever crap you used at first. I mean, the thing that I like about it is that it collapses down. It's a good size. I don't like huge blind bags. I try to be as minimal as I can. It's a little bulky for my everyday stuff, but for this type of thing, for trips, you can smash it down. It works really good. Yeah, perfect. So the next thing I go through is I just gather up all the little stuff that's actually going to go in the blind bag. And because I'm going to be putting the blind bag into the flattest possible position for flying, I cannot put all the stuff in the blind bag. I just take all the little stuff that I have, I kind of condense it, and then I have this little bag that I'll show you that I put everything in. So this is essentially the stuff I'm talking about right here. So it's my calls, my blind binos. This here is actually just batteries, extra batteries for sound gear. My sound gear obviously right here. Definitely love those. I keep a knife on me. You never know when you're going to need a knife. In here I've got this bag. Inside this bag is just an assortment of random stuff. A few batteries, a couple of lighters. You never know when you're going to need fire, if you get stranded, anything crazy like that. Batteries, because a lot of people's different electronics in the blind take batteries. So, I don't know, I always carry a couple. I've also got this sling, a gun sling. I don't know, I just take it off the gun. I don't always need it, but I bring it with me. And then obviously my calls. So yeah, those are the main things that are going to go in this bag, along with, if I can fit them, possibly some camera batteries in here, and then just farm gloves. We've done a video on them actually. Then I've got my Sitka gear, these little, I don't even know what these are actually called, the technical name for them, but just like the little slip-on gloves. I wore a lot of holes in mine, so I ended up just saying screw it and cut the fingers off. But if I need to, I can wear those and layer them up, put my farm gloves over it. And then this is like just my end-all be-all warmest hat that I own. So next I'm going to show you guys how I actually get all this stuff into a little bag that I have, and it packs way easier that way. So what I have here is it's just this Filson travel pack. It's way smaller, obviously, than a full blind bag. So I can just take all my stuff and essentially just pack it all in here, and then this bag goes into my actual travel bag, and it's way easier to transport that way. All right, so here I've got a few things I just gathered up. So, you know, I always bring like a hunting hat, whether it doesn't matter what pattern it is. I mean, just whatever. And then my gator, I always bring a couple extra beanies. As you know from hunting with people, your buddies are gonna forget a freaking beanie. You know, it just is what it is. They forget beanies. They just don't know. I don't know. They don't know how to pack apparently. Other than that, but I always bring them with, especially too. Your stuff can get wet if you don't have a chance to dry stuff out. This way, you know, you're kind of good to go. So what I do is I take a dry bag. I try to just compress everything that I can when I'm packing it into the smallest possible platform for moving it. So I know it sounded weird, but so I take that, take this. If I can get this neck gaiter down in there next to that hat, then get these two beanies in there. Now the next thing I bring, which to me is crucial, is a good, essentially like a jacket. It's a down jacket. I do have some nicer ones too, but it's just a Realtree jacket. I bought it at Walmart. It's a packable down jacket. It doesn't matter if it's camo or not. You're probably gonna cover it up with a different type of camo. So really just anything that's super packable. All right, next thing I want to do is I want to grab my bag that I'm going to be using. I use this Filson. It's essentially like a Filson dry bag. I don't know. It honestly sucks. So, I mean, it's a great bag. It's just really a bitch to carry a big ass duffel bag through the airport. So this year for sure, I'm going to just nut up and buy a big rolling hard-sided suitcase. But for now, that's what I've got. That's what I'm using. So I'm gonna set that up. So this is super important because waders, especially these neoprene waders, which are way warmer, they just take up a lot of room. So you gotta really make sure that when you pack them, you just gotta do them totally the right way. So I like to set them kind of like this, and then now I just want to roll them essentially as tight as I can. Like that. So now you can see the waders, you know, they go in, they do take up a lot of space. About a whole half a side really. That's about as small as they're gonna get in my bag. So next what I need to do is start picking out the pieces I'm actually gonna be using on the trip. No matter who you are, layering's the best way to go. So I don't usually pack big ass jackets. It's just a system thing for me. We already packed that packable down jacket. So the things I'm for sure bringing are gonna be, you know, like just a good under layer shirt here. We'll grab the Dakota vest. It doesn't really matter what vest. I also have just this old green fleece vest. Just a vest to keep your core warm. This is my Delta wading jacket. So I think this is the most important piece that I have. A waterproof outer layer jacket is really a piece that everybody should have and use all the time. The reason I like having that waterproof layer is just, it's a thin, packable jacket, and it's easy to wear over the top of things that aren't camo. So, you know, take it on, take it off, whatever it is, but just having that waterproof layer, that's like your most important piece to me. Then to me, it's just all about the different combinations that are gonna keep me warm. So I might bring my gradient hoodie, whatever, I guess just a hoodie. It doesn't really matter what it is, what camo it is, whatever. This is just an old Sitka zip tee when they were like more fleece and more like, I don't know what you would call them, more like bigger guy fit versus a smaller guy fit. So, you know, I rock with that. That I'll probably just bring like a long sleeve t-shirt. And then one of my favorite pieces is just like an old brown button down. I love it. I guess the thing I really forgot about actually is the next thing I probably would pack would be my boots. It's super rare that we would go on a trip where I wouldn't be bringing these. So I'm just gonna show you how I pack these things up and throw them in my bag. So now I've got them in there. You can see the bottom layer is pretty filled up at this point, so now we're just gonna get the clothes on top and press everything down and pack it up. So as you can see, this is everything I'm gonna be pretty much bringing for my tops. Next thing I think we're gonna look at quick is pants. That's obviously super basic, but for me, I'm just gonna grab my gradient pants and my bibs, which it's basically just a fleece pant and bibs. And then, you know, if it's super cold out, I might bring long johns, but that's pretty much it. Just put my pants out and my bibs. And yeah, I'm just gonna now take all this crap and shove it in that bag that's mostly full. You guys can see how much fun that was. But I think I've showed you that effectively all that crap, somehow, some way, you can pack it all with you. Now, I will say typically if we're going to a place like Louisiana where we've been a couple times, I don't bring bibs because I know we're not going to hunt any fields. It's all water hunting, so that takes away the bibs. Anything that's warmer climate, I'm definitely not going to need all those layers. I'm just trying to show you kind of the basics of, like Louisiana, it could be 50 one day and 20 the next and you're breaking ice. So that's just a good example of what I would bring with me in that bag. Now, typically, you're going to want to bring some other clothes. So I usually have a backpack or a carry-on that I would stuff, you know, my boxers, socks, any of that random stuff that you're just going to wear, jeans, you know. But I would say most people overpack. I'm at a point where, you know, I've done the thing before where I bring 3 pairs of jeans for a week-long trip. And then I realized that I spent 16 hours a day hunting, and I'm wearing those jeans maybe 3 times that week for a couple of hours. So now I'm at a point where I just know, you know, I'm going to get by on the t-shirts that I have and 1 pair of jeans or whatever. So I try to be pretty light in terms of packing the rest of my stuff. The last thing is going to come into play is your gun. So Connor, luckily, still has my gun case because when we came back from our last hunting trip on a flight, they just decided they were going to not have our guns shipped home with us. So Connor had to pick it up for me, or they dropped it off at Connor's house, whatever they do when they lose your luggage. But anyway, I think just want to touch on, so it's a hard-sided gun case. You got to have minimum 2 TSA approved locks. I usually bring 4. I've read online some guys say not to bring TSA locks. I don't know why. If the TSA wants to get in there, they're going to cut your locks anyway. So I buy the TSA locks. I got a little key for them. I put 4 on my case. Now, the reason I put 4 on mine is because I'm a cheap ass, and I own a $10 hard-sided gun case. It's a Flambeau gun case. Some of you probably have it from Walmart. And that's totally fine. You can fly with that in any airport, at least to my experience thus far. You don't have to go buy some expensive Pelican case. My $10 case works just fine. But we did have a little mishap coming home from Louisiana a couple years ago. They felt like if they really tried on one of the ends, where I only had 2 locks at a time, they could actually pry the gun case open like 1/8 of an inch and maybe could slide something in or out of there. So crazy. Ended up talking them into just taking 2 locks that they didn't know combos for and putting them on, and I was just going to cut them off later. So I flew home with it, but I would say 4 locks just to be safe if it's a cheap-ass gun case. Mine you can get, it's $10 at Walmart. It's cheap. So I just put 4 on it just to be safe, but gun goes into a hard-sided case. Make sure the case you're buying is long enough for your shotgun. As long as the shotgun is unloaded, you should have no problems whatsoever. TSA has been always super cool about it, no big deal. But yeah, so hard-sided case, minimum 2 locks. I recommend just buying the 4, lock your case up, and you're good to go. Other than that, now you got your bag, you got your backpack for your clothes, you got your gun, and you're rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is, like I said, just my opinion, how I pack. Hopefully, if you're getting ready for a big trip and you're trying to figure out exactly how you should pack, maybe this will help you out just to see how other people do it. If you do have any suggestions for me on ways that I could improve my packing situation, that'd be great. They may not be as helpful to me as they might be to Joey, because his packing situation is terrible. But I will tell you that Joey probably won't listen anyway, because Joey just kind of does what he's gonna do. And you know, the big thing about Joey, he shows up and he's got his stuff, so you know, you can't fault the guy. I mean, I don't have to pack for him, so whatever. But thanks for watching again, guys. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, like our stuff here, comment, let us know what you think. That definitely helps us out, and we'll be back soon.